So, good evening to one and all. So, good evening, children. So, today we are going to discuss about the intermediate first year economics, first chapter, Introduction to Economics. And today our topic is scarcity definition of economics given by Robbins. Okay, so let us discuss, children, about the scarcity definition. In our previous definitions of wealth and welfare, I hope it is very clear to you. So now, what is economics according to the Robbins? Robbins, in the year 1932, he wrote a book. The name of the book, An Essay on the Nature and Significance of Economic Science. Robbins, in the year 1932, wrote a book, An Essay on the Nature and Significance of Economic Science. In this book, Robbins, he clearly mentioned about the definition of economics. What Robbins explained? Robbins, he said that economics is a science which studies human behavior. Economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and means, the scarce means, which have alternative uses. What do we mean by the ends and scarce means? Actually, what he is telling that economics is nothing but it is the study of human behavior, our behavior. What is the behavior? It shows the relationship between the ends. Relationship between the ends. So what is ends, children? Ends are nothing but satisfaction of wants. Our satisfaction of wants. So ends and scarce means the resources that are going to satisfy that want, which are limited, and that limited resources are having alternative uses, means many uses. The resources that are scarce, the resources that satisfy our wants, and that resources is able to satisfy our various wants, children. So in this definition, what he is telling, he is giving importance to limited resources. And to satisfy that limited resources, limited means, limited money that we are having. That is the definition of Robbins. So clearly one, it is about our behavior, human behavior only. And in this behavior, what we find, definitely we all are not rich. All are not rich. So what we are doing, children, whatever the money is there in our hand, as wants are many, children, in our life. So what are the money are there in our hands? So with that money, which demand, which want we are going to satisfy? That is explained by the Robbins in the scarcity definition. Limited resources are limited. In that definition, Robbins explained it. Is it clear, the definition to you? So now, after this definition, let us discuss, children, about the main features of scarcity definition. So we have to discuss about the superiority of scarcity definition. So children, now let us discuss the features of scarcity definition. The first feature of scarcity definition, that human wants are unlimited. Yes, that's true. According to Robbins, human wants are unlimited. And in the previous class also we discussed, children, about the wants. Wants are unlimited. Okay. And we also discussed that the satisfaction of one wants gives birth to the another want. That means how much we satisfied our want, it will give birth to the next want. That means throughout the life, human wants never die. From the cradle to grave, wants are going on taking births. It reoccur again and again, children. So that is why he said that when human wants are unlimited, but to satisfy those wants are limited, resources are limited, it is difficult for the human being to develop it. That he is mentioned in his definition. Second one, means are scarce. What do you mean by the means are scarce? To fulfill those human wants, we are having limited means. Means are scarce. Then alternative uses. Most of the time we find that most of the resources they are scarce and they are having alternative uses. Like for example, electricity. Electricity, we find that it is having alternative uses. It is limited and it is having alternative uses. We can use it in the domestic purposes, for agricultural purposes, and also for the industrial purposes. But its production is limited. It is not abundantly available to us. It is not freely available to us. That is, it is called as alternative uses. And the last one is problem of choice. What Robbins mentioned, he mentioned that when we are having unlimited wants, our resources are limited, means are limited. So at that time, for every human being, it occur a problem of choice, that which want I have to satisfy first with this available money. So this is what he mentioned, children, all the important features in the scarcity definition. Then followed by what is the superiority of this definition. So this is a definition that focuses on scarcity. Yes, it focuses on all the limited resources that are available in the nature, or we can find available to the human being. All the resources are scarce, and this definition is universally accepted definition. Yes, it is accepted by most of the people. Yes, this is true. This type of things happen in our life. To live a good life, we are in need of many things. To satisfy our wants, we are in need of much money, but the money, the resources to it is very limited. So at that time, what happened? It is common to all the people. So it is universally accepted definition. Everyone accepted. But this definition is also not free from the criticism. What is the first criticism, children? Robbins criticized welfare. Already I told you that Robbins was an economist who criticized welfare definition of Alfred Marshall. But if you look after in that one, children, all whatever he mentioned in his feature, it shows that one or the other way the human beings, they want to satisfy their wants to get material things only. Is it not? That means one way he is criticizing welfare definition, but in another way he is including welfare in his own definition. On that basis, his definition was criticized, children. Second one, not applicable to dynamic society. It is mentioned that this type of definition is not applicable to that society that goes on changing every time. Is it clear? That goes on changing. So this definition is not acceptable. Then that this definition completely neglects the problem of growth and the problem of stability. I hope it is clear that this definition completely neglected the problem of growth. When we say that the resources are limited, how can we think for the growth? It is difficult to grow with the limited resources. Okay, so this is all about the scarcity definition of economics. Again, it is very important for 5 marks, children. In my material, you can find it out, children. All the 5 marks and 10 marks questions are already mentioned, children, in that one. So this is also a very important question for you for the 5 marks. So just this definition explains about the limited resources. Many wants, but to satisfy that wants, we are having limited resources, and we have to go with all these features. So I hope, children, the class is clear to all of you. Okay, so go through the material, children, and read the textbook carefully. Okay, children, now we are having only little part, that is a growth definition. So that definition I'll take up, children, in the next class, children. So by that time, thank you one and all. Thank you, children.